All right. Hey, everybody. It's Jason Blaha here, just sitting here drinking my morning coffee, looking sexy as hell as usual. And for those of you who say I don't look sexy as hell, drinking my morning coffee, nobody cares what you think. I didn't ask you shit. All right, we'll see what we get here. I think I've done one of these yet on a Saturday morning. Get ready to do some curls here in just a bit. All right. Do a few curls. And yeah. Get all that on camera. But I thought I'd sit in here and do this because these have actually been pretty useful. Even hopping into one of these for 15 minutes has actually been kind of beneficial to my business. I've picked up consultations and stuff that have actually panned out. I did one yesterday. The guy from the morning before told him to hop in, paid. We did his consultation, had a really successful one, everything good. Did I set this to public? Not sure. Did I make it public or not? I can't tell. Yeah, we're public. Good. There's someone hopping in. Took over a minute. We'll see how quick this fills up. Actually started filling in pretty quick yesterday. So, but again, it's a weekend. Might be hit or miss. I don't know how that's going to go, do we? But we'll get cardio in later too. That live stream, man. What's the weather? Oh, it's not even cold today. Saw the weather. So that should be pretty solid. Should be pretty solid. I don't even think I'm going to wait for the sun to come up. Get that cardio in. All right. See if we get some peoples in here, though. Give it a couple more minutes. Let me also link the Facebook page here. And I might put my Amazon wish list up in the community tab. I see tons of influencers doing that, by the way. I see everybody. I saw someone, she's got a channel, smaller channel. I saw her birthday today, Bar. She put up her Cash App right there on Facebook. Like, that's hilarious. Anybody wants to give me some birthday money? That was funny. I might do that. You just think I'm playing. I don't have any shame. Ain't no shame in my game. All right, hold up. Where's my wish list? I had one. I forgot what I did with it. What did we do with my Amazon wish list? The Amazon wish list. Oh, there we go. Let me get over and see. Oh, Michael Green says, hello, Michael. How you doing? There's my Amazon wish list. I don't know if it'll work through here. But I might. I'm going to throw it up. People can buy me some protein and fish oil. Creatine, That'd be the only thing I care about from gifts from people. That would actually be pretty solid. Right? Those would be pretty solid. Then people would actually be contributing to my goals. That'd be cool. All right. But I don't think we're going to get many questions or comments in here, are we? May not happen. May not get much happening. So if we don't get anybody in here with some fitness related or other questions, see what we can do. Man, actually the funny thing is that podcast should be out any day. He and I actually said, we talked about stuff, and I thought it was interesting because he's like, honestly, dude, because he's like entrepreneur, really doing this whole single guy dating thing pretty successfully. And he's like, really, these red pill clients, you should almost put content out to counter them. We were talking. But again, it would put too much of my personal life because the internet has really weird ideas about my personal life. So they're completely clueless. Good morning, brother. Hope you have a great day. Man, I'm having a pretty good day. Having a pretty good day. Again, actually, kind of balancing my life out really well, but managing to get all my business done and still have a social life these days. So I've had to do that. I've had to make some changes. I was grinding way too hard the last couple of months on just business. Again, you guys saw me just pushing, get clients, tons and tons of videos. I got to balance some of that a little bit. I can still work a 60-hour work week and have a life in all my social circles. So kind of reconnecting with all my circles again, which is all good. Some of that involves some apologies, though, from when I used to drink heavy. But, a lot of people just took me right back in, Hey, dude, all good. When we talk about social circles, we're not talking internet. I'm talking, my H-Town people here. Because I had a really extensive social circle at one time. Quite a few times. But let's get back over. Anybody got fitness questions? There's 5 of you posted, and good morning to everybody. But I thought I'd answer a few questions before I get my training going this morning. It's going to be an arm day. I don't think I need 2 tricep days. Honestly, I just need to beat my triceps hard. But biceps really do need the second day. So I feel like at this point, as long as I can get my biceps to come up while getting leaner, I'll be in a good spot. They just need to be prioritized because I did lots of triceps as a power lifter. I neglected my biceps. So you just got to balance the scales. So yeah, they'll get their separate day on Tuesday after back. Well, they get their training after back. But it's like this week, I only did 9 sets, the direct bicep work after all that tons of lat work. So today I'm going to come in and we're going to really hammer them. How's the max effort? Well, Tom, I've only done it two days so far. But did I get stronger? I mean, my box squats got objectively stronger in 1 week doing that. But context, I also added carbohydrates back in. I've been on a low-carb diet, really low carb for 2 months. And now I replaced some of that fat with clean carbs. So that could also be affecting it a little bit. But the box squats felt good. Because yesterday, I only did a 385 and it felt fair. It felt like 90% last time, but I walked in and did 410 plus chains yesterday, and it wasn't a max. So, we'll see how it goes. But I mean, I normally never did them on the same day, but I'm also so focused on upper body that it'll probably be fine, right? I mean, Tom, look at it this way. If I just get my quads and legs as big as they were again when I hit that 600 cambered bar squat when I was heavier off muscle memory, I mean, I'll be in a good place. I feel like that'll get me there. But I mean, at this point, it's only 2 days dedicated to my lower body at all out of my 6 training days. We have pretty much a bicep and forearm day about to happen today. All right. Will you do 3 weeks change? No, Tom, I'm not even going to program waves like that. I mean, I could if how do I put it this way? Good question. What I was really thinking of doing is just running accommodating resistance on the heavy singles, technically the LME work. But could I leave those same chains or bands on for that? And could I run that in 3-week waves? Now that could be doable, right? Could be totally doable. And I thought about doing that, but if I do that, mainly it's because whatever I set up there, I don't want to have to make a bunch of changes. I want to get through the workout. So in order to facilitate that, I would almost need to just do it that way. And I mean, that is completely workable. And I've thought about doing that, but when I thought about it, I'm like, I would have to make sure that I set it up that way because I don't want to rotate my setup from max work to speed work. I want to be able to just run the same, pretty similar setup. So whatever bar I use is going to get used for both that day. Most likely. I say that, but that might not be the case. Might not be the case. I literally might just go over and do an SSB or something off the box and then switch to that other bar. right? And then do speed work. Also doable. Also completely doable. So I might do that. But I felt like at least for now, it made sense to just run the same setup. But I do historically really like those 3-week waves with bands and chains. I felt like I got a lot out of it. I felt like a lot of my conjugate clients got a lot out of it. So really, I mean, I am training my squat like a conjugate lifter. It's just that they're not separate days. Because really my training has to be geared towards bodybuilding on the upper body. But I can get away with something like conjugate for lower, conjugate type training. Because it's not true conjugate, is it? Unless we literally rotate the max work and speed work through the same week, it doesn't count as conjugate. Right? But even then, it would only be lower body conjugate. Not true conjugate, because most of my training is still bodybuilding work for the upper body. And not the traditional conjugate ideas, which is you bodybuild just the muscles they need. It's like upper back and triceps. But most of those guys out of Westside were pretty jacked. You ever look at those group pictures? So again, Tom, it may be worth considering. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the whole point, Tom. We have to innovate, and when I've looked at what I'm doing with all this, it's like I have so much experience with so many different systems and coaching people through these that I've realized I have the knowledge and experience that I can literally program stuff like this. I can take this whole power building approach and literally look, okay, what did Michael Hearn do? What does Westside do with their versions of it? What have I done with myself and clients over time? And again, observing stuff in some of my clients, I learned some valuable lessons. And I don't want to talk about certain parts of my life and things with the coaching, but I learned a lot of valuable lessons from certain people, coaching and observing them for very, very long periods of time, that I can incorporate for myself. So that might be a topic I discuss way in the future one day. A lot of things will make more sense to people. But I think we've been in here 13 minutes. Only 2 people watching, but yeah, Tom, I'm going to wind this down in just a second so I can get ready to go get my bicep training on. Sun is coming up. I don't ever use my football bar personally. I think unless you are currently dealing with shoulder impingements, I don't think it's worthwhile. So I'm going to wind this down, get my last workout in of the week. Tomorrow's my birthday. I don't actually, people are like, you have plans? Actually don't. I'm going to chill. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to get work done on my birthday. I do have plans the next day. Because I've got to work around. People like get plans to do something. I've got to work around people's lives. So, going to go ahead and wind this down. Love you guys and gals, and I'll talk to you next time.